Well, it's been 1 week since my interview with Layla Jane. That being said, I need to apologize for something that happened that was 100% my fault, and that's that I forgot to press the noise cancellation button on our mic setup. The DJI Mic 2, I actually like these more than the Mic 3, has one little button that you have to press to start noise cancellation. So I apologize for that and any more noise that shows up. That and the Airbnb would not let us actually turn off the HVAC because that's actually what the noise was. So my apologies on that. We have, however, used AI to cut down the noise significantly, and it's a hell of a lot worse before that. So this is a post-processing thing, and I apologize for that. I am pleased with the response given the issues that were done due to my negligence. And we can't all be perfect, and I messed up. And so I apologize for that. But we are going to be doing more things, and just so you know, this channel is not focused on the transition argument. It is still first and foremost aimed at men and telling men that we are better than what we are handed. It's not a sexist channel either. It's just we're not. There's a lot of things that we're going to work on, and what we are going to work on for the most part is focusing on how to make men better. But this topic, transition, overlaps with that. And that is why we're doing this particular set of videos. On the Spot is going to be a series where we interview interesting people that make the world a better place. And making the world a better place right now is Layla Jane. Enjoy.
But on the topic of exiting trans, I mean, you had the moment where you're learning more about yourself. You're like, okay, I survived. Because, you didn't think you were going to make it to 16, then 17, and then 18's like, wow, I'm here.
Yeah, like honestly, the day I turned 21, I actually was really emotional because things have been better and as of late, even with all the shit that I've dealt with, but I bawled once the clock hit midnight. And I was like, oh, fuck, it's real. I'm fucking 21 now.
You're 21. You survived. You survived. High five.
Thank you.
We survived. How I survived this long, I don't know. I really don't know. The fact I made it to 20 is honestly amazing. No. I should actually be dead. And you know the stories of things I've done off camera?
Yeah. But
I'm not saying them.
Yeah. But anywho, so the whole exiting trans thing was an entirely internal thing. I was never very enmeshed in the trans community. I didn't feel like I fit in with them, even though I was one of them. I didn't want to make it my personality. I didn't want to be friends on the basis of being trans. I wanted to be friends on hobbies and shit. I wasn't gonna go to an LGBT center just to be friends just because, oh, I'm trans, you're trans, we're friends. I understand why, there's support groups and all that, and for more power to people that enjoy those, but I never did. I just wanted to, I thought fix my problems and move on with my life.
Authentic friends.
Yeah.
You got a few of those now.
I do.
And we've been bros for how long?
A year?
Yeah. And it's
A year and some change?
It is I don't make friends with girls online. I have maybe 4 online chick friends.
Yeah.
And a couple decent acquaintances.
And I don't make friends with a lot of men online unless they're gay. I don't.
I know, but it's just the way you said it.
I don't know. Cause they're just easier to talk to a lot of the time.
You don't have to worry about them hitting on you.
Exactly.
And it's I didn't hit on you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I totally would have understood if you thought I was. Because, like that was my thing in the spaces. For a long time, I talked about my days as a PUA.
Right, but no, I didn't get those vibes, so I was like, cool.
It's like, the original reason why we talked the first time was because I wanted to do an interview with you.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, I can't air this, and it might fuck up her case, so, I'm just gonna save it, and then after a while I'm just like, nah, delete.
Sorry about that, but,
No, don't apologize. Like, the entire time, like, you're talking about your case and the things that have happened to you and what led to them, and I'm just like, this is back in my skull mask days when I was wearing the skull mask for everything, and like, the skull mask would hide my face for the most part, but you could see the horror in my eyes. Because I'm just flabbergasted, because it's honestly one of the worst stories I'd ever heard.
Yeah.
You got fist fucked.
By life.
Mostly the government.
Well, and the medical establishments as well. But, what's kind of funny is, so you want to know how I got into contact with my lawyers, how my lawsuit started, do you?
Actually, I've never heard this one, so, I'm gonna...
Really? I thought I have. Okay.
Like, I'm gonna reset the camera here.
Do it.
For more awesome content, support the project by buying our t-shirts. Just remember, we're gonna make it.
Oh, this is great. I thought I told you.
No, you've never actually told me how you want to get in contact with your lawyers. You've never told me this one, and I want to know it.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
No, but let's continue.
Okay. So, and first of all, I didn't realize that I could sue. I thought it was just fucked for life. I thought there was like zero hope. When I started detransitioning, I didn't know how to navigate this at all. So I'm up late one night. I'm barely 18 at the time. And I'm having a rough night. I'm kind of spiraling a bit. And I'm Googling the names of my doctors. And I will have to send you the screenshots of exactly what I found. I Googled Dr. Suzanne Watson, Oakland, California. And it's like a website that's like Yelp, but for doctors, where people leave reviews. And she has 1 star. And 1 or 2 comments.
1 star. Go on. How many reviews?
1 or 2 of them at the time, at least on this particular website. And I read the fucking words. I'm not saying them verbatim right now. I'm kind of paraphrasing. Terrible doctor being sued by Chloe Cole. I had no idea who the fuck Chloe Cole is at this point. So I Google this, and then like I fucking like I think I saw like a Fox interview or something, maybe the letter of intent to sue. I'm not 100% sure, but I read through some shit. I watched some shit.
Was it ZocDoc?
No, I don't think it was.
Okay.
I'll send you the link.
Okay.
So I can pull it up but I read some shit about her case. I think it was the letter of intent to sue because her case had barely launched at this point. I'm pretty sure. And I look at the name of the firm at the end of the fucking page, and I type that in. I go to their website, and there's like a tab, and there's like hey, do you have like a similar story? Fill out this form, give us your email, give us the gist of your story. I'm doing this at like fucking like 1 a.m., mind you, because it's, I'm having a rough night. And within the next day, like I think they fucking emailed me back by like 8 a.m. or some shit. Like really quick. I did not expect that. And they're like, oh, we need to talk to you. And within like days, like fucking like within 72 hours, I'm on Zoom with these people telling them my story and getting the ball rolling on this. And that's how this shit started.
And they spent $500,000 to get you the care that you needed. Wonderful people. Nothing but positive experiences with them?
I can't say anything bad about them. But Yeah, so the thing about all the medical care, I guess it's mostly just I had screening done just to figure out damages and liabilities, what exactly got fucked up about me. Some of this I've told you, some of this I have not. So I suspect that the Lupron that I took from like 12 to I think like 13, maybe 14. I don't remember exactly. I would have to look at my records. The Lupron, I suspect, is why my hips are so fucking wonky and all my joints, like, I can barely get out of bed without hearing something snap, crackle, and pop like a fucking Rice Krispie treat. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'm not gonna reopen up the bottle because then I'm gonna want to open up the bottle. It's calling to me like the Green Goblin mask.
Oh, me too.
Go on.
Okay. So, anywho, I do suspect that the Lupron is why my joints are just fucking wonky. You know, like, I have a lot of pain almost every day. It's like fucking chronic at this point. I just have to live with it. I might be able to get physical therapy at some point and kind of mitigate that, but we shall see. You know, my joints crack a lot. So that's not fun. I have had bone density scans ran on me, and while I am still in the normal female range for my age, it's kind of on the very low end of normal. Like it's not ideal, but it's not like osteoporosis. So I'm not sure.
So what's Lupron?
It's the puberty blocker drug, the one that they use to chemically castrate sex offenders.
And they're giving those to children.
Yeah, no, it's a fucking horrible drug to be on because, like, especially, I had already gone through puberty. The only reason I was on it was to stop any further breast development and to stop my cycle. So, yeah, and it felt like going through menopause because all of a sudden I have hormones in my body, all of a sudden I don't. Like, I was having really bad night sweats and hot flashes. Like, mind you, I'm in fucking middle school. I'm in like 7th grade at the time, trying to fucking focus on my homework, and I get just such an intense wave of heat throughout my entire body that I have to like go run into a cold shower or like go stand, like open my freezer and try to stand in it.
And you don't understand why.
I did know that the hot flashes would be a potential side effect. I didn't know they were going to be that fucking bad. So that's a fun thing from the Lupron that I, dealt with and possibly might be the cause for my joint pain. The testosterone, we have the obvious effects like my voice. Thankfully the facial hair lightened up, pretty good.
I saw no stubble.
Yeah, I take care of that. But the fuck thing about the testosterone that I didn't know about is that it can cause liver damage.
Oh yeah.
Exogenous testosterone in females especially. And mind you, I started taking it at 12. It was June of 2017. The mastectomy was September of 2017. So, make of that what you will. My birthday lands in August, so kind of not really the middle, but yeah, so by age 14, I was being asked if I was sneaking out and drinking heavily when I never had a sip of alcohol. All I had was my medications that were prescribed to me.
And you've got the liver of an alcoholic.
Since like 14 years old. And it's gotten a little bit better. But I've had my liver ultrasounded a few times as an adult. And, yeah, I have like fatty liver going on. Kind of, yeah. I can't really speak to the severity, but it's not ideal. But, anywho, I'm trailing off here.
No, continue. I mean,
So, because this field of medicine, trans medicine, especially in pediatric patients, is so new and not researched, I've seen, specialist doctors that special in infertility, and I've had multiple blood tests done. Like a lot of blood pounds ran over the course of like weeks. And I still can't get a definitive answer if I'm infertile or not. We have no fucking clue, but probably, I don't know. So that's something that might have lost, but that's whatever to me at this point. So yeah, those are some of the things, like, especially the liver issues. I didn't know that could happen. And especially any potential cardiovascular problems, which I'm not 100% sure if it was from that or other things. I don't know. But... Oh, okay. So about the double mastectomy, right, which was explained to me using very watered down terms, such as top surgery. And mind you, I'm fucking 12 years old at the time of consultation. I think it was under a year from the consultation to the actual surgery date. I think the consultation was shortly after, before I started testosterone. It's close to that time, if memory serves me correct. Very short time frame, especially for someone that young, who isn't going to consider the implications of something like that fully, right? I was told that I would never be able to chest feed. Their words, not mine.
chest feed.
Yeah, no, that's breastfeeding. That's you're pussyfooting around the subject, basically.
Chest feeding though is just
It's
like
a disgusting term in my opinion now.
It feels
It's watered down and it's pussyfooting around the actual subject matter.
like it makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, me too. And that's how, a lot of people feel about that. So, come to find out, because I've had ultrasounds done of, like, my chest and stuff. Because, I was told that, so I was led to believe, okay, they're gonna entirely remove the mammary glands. Okay. No, they fucking didn't. They are still in there. So, if I were to conceive, I would probably have the same issue that Krisha did.
They didn't cut all of it out. They did a botched job and fucked up.
Yeah.
They did a fucked up job. They didn't finish what they started.
Yeah. I mean, 'cause fuck. Like, there would be no way if I, that I started, there's no way for it to get out, 'cause it's, the glands are there, but the connection to get out is severed, it's cut entirely.
Like a vasectomy, but instead of...
But worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know the details of how exactly those work. But you get the gist of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I think I do as much as someone in my position can, but the absolute level of negligence here?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just a little upset, and I'm not even the victim. I don't get upset for other people, but this is just...
one of those things,
It's calling to me like the Green Goblin mask.
For more awesome content, support the project by buying our t-shirts. Just remember, we're gonna make it.
Back is killing me. Like, I'm not even, like, being fucking dramatic. It's probably also Because I'm sitting kind of hunched over here, and I'm on bench.
I heard you pop like 8 times in the last 30 seconds.
Really? I couldn't hear it because I was talking, and I could just only hear my own voice, my own, like, head.
It's like, whenever you were telling me that you pop a lot, I didn't believe it was going to be like a lot. But yeah, you do pop quite a bit. Not like loudly, but it's audible.
Yeah.
So it did all
like some fucked up ASMR, get like a really like sensitive mic, and then just like start stretching.
It's just like pop, 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 pop. Like just doing like you'll do one video where you're just like practicing bodybuilder poses, and it's just like you hear all the just like
crunch.
You'll get contracted by some big sound studio because they need the sound effects, and they just think that you're like. They just got like the super powerful like $20,000 mic, and they're just following you around to hear all the noises. Something like that, yeah. I mean, hey, ideas. I mean, you may not have your turbo mansion with chickens now, but you know.
I didn't want a turbo mansion. I just wanted like a humble little like cottage, and yeah, I wanted a fucking chicken coop. Fucking, I feel like it's not much to want, especially after the shit that I've been through.
I like chickens that day.
I've never had chickens, like never owned them as pets, but they seem like I literally just want them as pets. I don't even eat eggs like that.
I do. I mean, like, at some point in the night, I'm gonna prove to you that I do eat my eggs raw.
Please don't.
It gives me this nice luster in my skin.
You sick bastard. Consuming raw eggs, the fuck?
I mean, like, the way you avoid salmonella is you wash them first. I mean, Vince Piranha talked all about it. Guy would eat like 30 raw eggs in a day. And he got me, I'll just have like one in a cup. Long. We're good.
Oh god, I'm gonna gag just thinking about it. Please, like, actually. No, I'm actually feeling really nauseous right now. I'm sorry, I know I'm a little fucking ridiculous about that, but textures, autism.
It makes sense. It's a lot. It's okay.
Yeah. That's another thing about my autism is there's like entire food groups I won't eat because of it. Because textures are the biggest thing, but also taste and smell too. My diet is very limited. Like I kind of need to take vitamins so I don't get malnourished as fuck.
Animal packs. Okay, so like, it's built for the bodybuilder community.
Mm-hmm.
But they have several different offerings of vitamins meant for bodybuilders. But yeah, let me just show you here. Animal pack, multivitamins, and yeah, this one right here. You get them in a little thing. We got your little serving sizes. I'm not sponsored, but I'm going to sponsor them. I don't think that's the right term for what we're doing.
No,
here, you know what?
You're just giving me an idea and a suggestion.
Go on.
For my malnourishment as fuck. So, because I don't eat
Yeah,
like a normal person. I'm not as bad as I used to be, but I kind of have the palate of a really picky toddler sometimes. Oh, fuck. But yeah. A lot of things I won't eat. Like fruit as an entirety. Nope. Big nope.
which I find kind of amazing.
It's amazingly fucking weird.
You're not really fucking weird. I mean, like, okay, maybe your food taste is where I'm going to start calling you weird. Because, like, everyone loves ice cream besides you.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I love ice cream.
Texture.
It's like, I love ice cream. But, like, I understand when people look at me like I'm insane because I like liver.
Yeah, that's like one of those things I
like
would
liver
never
before
try.
Liver King made it a thing.
Okay, interesting.
No, I was like I've shown you my Spartan stew.
Yeah.
And you're just like, that's what was the word you called it?
Like a bog.
Okay, a bog. Okay, a bog. Not as, I was thinking swamp, but yeah.
Close enough.
Like, incredibly nutritionally dense.
It just
Tastes great on rice.
The picture didn't look great. to me.
I mean,
Sorry, no offense.
To be fair, though, I don't think anyone can take a picture of Spartan stew and,
Make
it look good.
pretty, yeah.
I mean, I have to add a bunch of extra stuff to it to make it look nice.
You gotta garnish it, put it in a fancy bowl.
Yeah, and if you don't know what I mean by Spartan stew, I mean melis zomos. And there's a couple guys who have made their own version of it. And I took that recipe and I added a bunch of like extra stuff to it to make it even more nutritionally dense. But it's like, talking about like regulated diet, like I can survive off that shit just all on its own. And I would never have a problem eating anything ever again.
See, my thing that I think I could eat for the rest of my life and just survive off it, I just need like maybe a little bit of butter and the ability to toast it with bread. If I was confined to one thing and one thing only, it'd be bread or like fucking pasta.
Carbs. A carb heavy diet.
Yeah.
And, well, I mean, you're a decent cook. I mean, like, all the B-roll that we put over some of the bits of us talking has been you cooking. And, like, it was fun cooking with you.
Yeah.
And just like me, just like as you're doing your thing, I just put the camera over your shoulder. And you're just like, okay, I guess we're doing this now. I was like, she's a great cook. Like, one of the things we were talking about with that group of people that we're not going to mention was giving you a cooking show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yet here I am doing all the stuff that they said that they were going to do, but they had no intention to because everything's a grift.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm really bitter about that whole experience.
No, I get it. Yeah, no, that was bullshit how that all went, but we shall not get into that today.
Liars, thieves, and narcissists. Dishonest. Yeah. Anyways. So. Moving forward. So now you're talking full force about everything Kaiser did to you.
Right.
How much of this would you say Kaiser's doing? Because, there's been studies of female bodybuilders on testosterone by various different labs. The stuff's out there. Lupron's a different story. But there's a good amount of things that doctors have known about for forever. That they're just blatantly ignoring what's going to happen to women because of it.
Yeah, I feel like it's really negligent on their part. And I can really only speak to my personal experience in California with the doctors that I specifically had, but they're all just hyped up on the fucking gender woo-woo bullshit. Like, that's...
They believe what they're talking about.
For the most part, a lot of them do. And it's insane because, it's kind of a biased perspective to have as a healthcare provider. That's not how that should be done. And also the fact that it's pretty much almost entirely patient driven for the most part. I mean...
Like when the patient's making the decisions for the doctor?
Right. When it's like the doctors in a lot of cases should be stepping in and be like, hey, no, you're not a good candidate for this. You're not stable already as is. This isn't going to magically fucking fix you. But they don't. And they'll give these hormones and surgeries to unstable patients like myself at the time. So, yeah. And, Kaiser had the opportunity to settle or find some way to make things right. And I would have settled for a very reasonable amount. But they didn't. And they fought me on it tooth and fucking nail.
Because they're not nice people.
No.
How much do you think the major medical groups, they probably know all about this. How much do you think of this is that they're just trying to milk this for money?
I can't really say, especially it's kind of speculation, but...
I mean, like speculating.
To speculate, they're making bank. Absolute bank. At least millions. And that's why. I don't know if I'd say millions per person, but definitely like thousands per person. 'Cause, you know, these surgeries, the drugs, they're not cheap.
They're not cheap. And I remember looking at the price because you posted this to me, how much your mastectomy costs.
That's like my ballpark guess, but yeah. In the ballpark, my guess. Estimate from my best knowledge, from what I was told by my dad, the one who actually paid for it. And that was with insurance. So, I don't really want to say the number here. This is something I told you privately, but, you know. Anyhow.
It was a lot. And that's all I'm going to say.
You could buy a shitty car for that amount.
Yeah. So, back on the topic of estrogen in men, because of like we already talked about like testosterone in women and the bodybuilders. So, Alan Turing, do you know who that is?
The name sounds familiar.
I mean, we have the Turing test, and I believe the guy broke the Enigma code. I mean, I could be wrong about that. But famous scientist who was also gay. Like, part of the reason why Britain survived the war, supposedly, I mean, this is one of the thoughts about it, was because he did the whole Enigma code thing. But because he's gay, and that was no bueno back in the day, he underwent chemical castration in 1952, and as an alternative to imprisonment for his homosexual acts, which involved taking synthetic estrogen to reduce libido. So we know what happens when guys take estrogen.
Yeah, I can't speak to that personally at all, but, you know, at its heart of the thing, you know, and this isn't my quote, but a lot of people say that the trans thing is an anti-gay movement because, you know, otherwise happy and healthy, normal, like tomboys or feminine men that would have just grown out of what they're being told is gender dysphoria. Instead, they're medicalized for life and fucked.
Which is like fucking wrong.
They should just be allowed to grow up happy and whole and intact. But that's not what's happening.
I'd rather have a gay son alive than to
healthy.
Yeah. And all the things that come out with that, than to have a constantly suicidal daughter who thinks that they may have made the wrong choice.
Right.
Because literally every trans person I've ever met, with the exception of one, just one, and I've met quite a few. I mean, in the Twitter spaces
in person.
And in person, I've only met one, and there's hundreds I have met that shows absolutely no regret. Only one. And I want to introduce you to that person at some point.
I'd be interested.
But yeah, I've met one.
That's a wild ratio.
Yeah, and you can usually tell whenever they actually regret it and they're saying they're not, just by like the tonality and the look in their eyes. On a not so fun note, let's talk about how the communities have actually treated you during this entirety of this thing.
Yeah, so I feel like I really haven't done anything to antagonize the community, especially when I first started out, other than just speak what happened to me. I used to be a lot more of the mindset of, hey, you know, it didn't work out for me, but maybe it works out for most of them. I don't know, but I got fucked over. But it turns out that no, my story is more common than I thought. There's a lot more detransitioners than you'd be led to believe. They're just not public because of how we get treated. You know, a lot of us get credible threats online. You know, even in person, people will get really rowdy at events. Thankfully, I've never been assaulted or nothing, but I've watched other people like get assaulted or really assaulted. And they just say vile shit online. Like, I constantly get called a fucking liar even though I have posted the receipts, I've posted my medical records. If I was lying, my law firm would not have taken me up to begin with. And of all things to lie about, why the fuck would I come up with this? This is the most off the wall shit. And I'm also just based off the principle, but also I'm just a really dog shit fucking liar. I'm not, I have no fucking reason to lie. I wish my life was normal, and I wish I didn't go through this shit, but it is what it is. And it's made me into the person I guess I am now, so, make of that what you will.
I think it's absolutely disgusting the way you get treated online. I think you have to look at the people who are, like, insulting you. And it's like the most pathetic examples of humanity. Like, I've looked at the people who insult you, and you'll never see, like, the Hunter Schaefers insulting you. You'll never see the Dylan Mulvaney's insulting you. It's always the ugly glop people who have no chance of passing, who just seem unhinged and believed in the most unhinged things ever. The same people who celebrate violence against anyone who believes in anything against them, rather than trying to prop their community up as something wholesome and wonderful, like they tried 2 years ago.
And, like, bridge gaps and shit, and, actually, like, reach for acceptance.
No. You get verbally assaulted
For disagreeing.
by the glop people. Gloppy, fat, just the people you look at and you're like, how can I take you seriously?
Or they're faceless.
Or they're faceless, but you already know what they look like. Because they almost all look the same.
Yeah, it's like, dude, of all fucking things to spend your time doing, you're gonna be on my ass on Twitter calling me a fucking liar. Like, I'm actually trying to, like, do some activism shit and bring awareness. Like, you're just talking mad shit. Like,
it's like, why should I take these people seriously?
right.
Like, you're never gonna see Dylan Mulvaney be like, this person's violent. You'll never see even...
I think he may... Well, I don't know if he referred to Blair White as violent, but I think he may have called out Blair White at one point.
It's like, Blair White's mean.
Yeah. Something along those lines. I could be mistaken. I could be mistaking for someone else calling out Blair. I don't know.
Like, Mulvaney, as much as I don't like Mulvaney at least tries to be wholesome. I can't think of this.
Didn't he get really giddy at one point over, oh, I'm a girl now, I can carry tampons in my purse? Like, some shit like that. I might be mistaking him for someone else, but that's fucking weird.
It's weird. I think it's just tism.
I don't know, but it's off-putting to actual women because we know how to fucking deal with those needs as they come, okay? It's very rare for, that situation to actually happen where you need to ask another woman in the restroom for one of those menstrual products. Because,
you plan ahead and you actually have it.
Yes, exactly. So it's fucking weird for all these trans women, trans-identified men to get all giddy about, oh, I'm a girl now, I can carry tampons.
I can just feel the stomach acid coming up into your throat while saying that.
Yeah, no kidding.
My God. Like, I know Mulvaney's trying to be helpful, but I don't think we'll ever hear Mulvaney be like, it'd be just wonderful if we just, we would just go into the White House and just, burn something down. You're never going to hear that from Mulvaney.
I can't see Mulvaney being, like, extreme like that.
No, but we can see Mulvaney being like, don't worry, I'm never going to take your husband.
Like,
What?
That's not a fear.
That was an actual thing that Mulvaney did.
Oh my God. Like, really, I think I missed that.
He's like, no, I'm not going to take your boyfriend. No. Like, it's a whole thing, and I'm just like,
Like for those of us that date straight men, that was never a concern to begin with. Like, that's really laughable and also kind of fucking creepy to bring up. Like, what? Like, what kind of bullshit is this? Like, what the fuck?
Like, literally, no. No, I don't see that. No. I feel like the only men that would be willing to cheat on their wives with Dylan Mulvaney
Are
are
bi or gay on the down low.
like the only guys who
The kind of guys that have Grindr on their phone but hide it from their wives.
are guys who are like the same kind of guys who'd be willing to let their wives have trains ran on them because they find that shit hot. It's like, I'll sit in the chair. Yeah. Maybe I'll get a turn next time.
Oh god.
Like those guys?
Yeah. And that's a whole nother can of fucking worms.
Problems.
But
like the bald guys who have like a $40,000 amiibo collection. And it's like, oh, well, when she's getting her back blown out by like 50 different dudes I don't know, I can play video games in peace.
yeah, but for the women that date normal men, that's not a concern. The trannies in the bathroom, in the men's room where they belong. Those of us that date normal men, we are not concerned. Like, what the fuck?
I can just, I'm sorry, did that visual, am I gonna have to get you some Tums?
Actually, like, I kind of fucked up by not bringing any Tums, but I might need to, like, lie down and sip some water.
I'm sorry, the visuals are that bad.
No, it's also just, like, I don't know. This is one of those things that I have ranted about in private before, and now I get to talk about it here, which is great. Because it's one of those things that, like, it just, like, rubs me wrong. It's like, this is why you can't get taken fucking seriously as a movement anymore, guys. You guys are fucking yourselves.
And just like everything that they've done, it's not going away because I think they've encroached themselves into the fabric of society.
They're in too deep.
That they're never going to go away. And I will always treat trans people well, so long as they're not being psychotic.
Yeah, like, look, I'll be amicable. I'm not gonna, I'll be amicable enough until I'm given a reason not to be. Like, once you start, like, verbally fucking, like, being abusive, then, alright, I might talk a little shit back. But generally, I'll be respectful. I don't necessarily always agree with using chosen pronouns, but I'll use chosen names. I don't want trans-identified males in women's restrooms. Keep your junk out of my, cause it's just a thing. Because, I'm not the only woman who has expressed this, but, coming from a background of sexual trauma and just the need for fucking privacy is why, a lot of us are so vocal about no biological males in women's spaces like that.
What if they had bottom surgery?
That's a whole nother conversation, but generally, it's... Oh.
No, I'm going to say this, and this is my opinion. If bottom surgery happens, I'm okay with it personally, unless somebody can give me a better reason why not to.
Well,
But
okay.
the
thing is, especially when someone with a paraphilia, even if they have bottom surgery, yeah, they can't R-word somebody and commit that kind of act of violence with their own body parts per se, but it can still happen with an object.
Well, that just led to some horrifying imagery in my head.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So that's kind of why I'm a little staunch on that issue, is because, yeah, you can physically, chemically castrate yourself, but that's just going to lead to a whole nother mental can of worms and being mentally fucked in certain people. I'm not saying all of them at all. not saying all of them, but some of them. And that's why I'm staunch on going off of biological sex from birth at this point.
Yeah, I just can't get over that image in my head.
Sorry.
Ugh. I mean, there are some things I'm squeamish about, like...
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to talk about. I'm sorry if that was a little dark, but that's kind of the argument that it comes down to for me and my reasoning for being very...
I totally understand. No, I am going to say I don't believe the mass majority of trans people are violent.
I'm not saying that either, but there are paraphilic men that do fit under that, trans thing. And it's a possibility, and that's just,
Oh man, I'm gonna vomit that pizza you made.
I'm sorry.
That has some damn good pizza, though. Like, I would love to have that every night. Like, maybe not every night, but most nights.
Shush.
Oh, it's good. It's good. And it only took us how long to make?
Like an hour and a half? Because most of that's just like letting the dough rise.
Yeah, it's just you let the dough rise, and after that, it's like quick, and it's delicious. I showed you I could do a little spinny spin.
Yeah, that was great.
And you think, tick, 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 tick. It's like you gotta do cat paws.
I'm spoiled. I'm used to having a stand mixer. And like a rolling pin, which I do not have at this Airbnb. I'm surprised. Of all the utensils, there's no fucking rolling pin anywhere in sight. That's okay. It's okay.
You wonder if it was like a liability thing, like a couple gets angry at each other and like they didn't want the liability of having a rolling pin be used as a bludgeon?
No, because there's pots and pans. I'm just saying. A wooden or plastic rolling pin is not a fucking liability.
I'm trying to come up with a logic that they could be using.
I think it's just something that wasn't thought of, and people are just coming to an Airbnb, probably door dashing. They're not fucking making food like seriously like that for the most part. They're probably, I don't know.
I mean, we did, but I mean, like, we're not most people.
Yeah. So
I mean,
that's the thing.
Like, I would describe myself as a unique entrepreneur that is broke. Not poor, but broke. Like, cause there's a difference. If you look at like mindset things, if you talk about mindset principles, it's like, poor is a state of mind. You are broke. That's me modifying a Dave Chappelle joke, but like, I live by that.
Fair enough.
Like, that's one of those things that like, I've heard once, and it just affected me so profoundly in a positive light that I'm never gonna forget it.
That's fair.
All that and like that one saying that I tell you whenever we have our night conversations, I'm okay, you're okay. Stolen from Grim Motivation.
Understandably so, though. I mean, it works.
He's like, I'm okay, you're okay. And I guess it's something like, kind of, like angry in Russian, and then continues on. It's like every single time I see like Grim Motivation, I just keep thinking that John Wick's gonna appear in like the background, getting handed a gold coin or some shit.
That movie was great, by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you which scene Keanu almost died in. Okay, so like when he was exiting the car as the other car was running into him, that's the one where he almost died.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
For more awesome content, support the project by buying our t-shirts. Just remember, we're gonna make it.
We talked about the Kaiser lawsuit. We talked about how that went to shit, and we talked about Scott Wiener's Slender Man looking ass.
Yeah. For real.
Should just make a picture, just t-shirt with Slender Man on it with Scott Wiener's like pubic hair, beard, and just Slender Wiener.
Oh my god.
Wiener Slender.
That'd be fucking great.
Work on the name. You know what? When I come up with that, all the proceeds of that shirt's going there.
Oh, shush. You don't have to do that. It's okay.
It's like, I mean, come on.
Let's split it at most or something.
Okay. Yeah, something just so smarmy about the guy. I don't like him.
Yeah, no, that's how a lot of people feel about him. I feel like the only people that really like him are like the super pro TRA crowd.
It's like,
that want children castrated.
the thing about that is I don't even see why those people like him. It's like, I feel like they just tolerate his ass.
Because he writes bills in their favor. You know what's so insane though? To add on to the whole, like, how people are like, this never happens, even though, like, I've posted my medical records, my shit has been verified. We literally watched it happen on live TV, well, not live, but TLC with Jazz Jennings years ago. And poor fucking Jazz, because person just seems miserable. There's so many episodes where Jazz is just struggling with mental health issues, struggling with like weight and like body dysmorphia. You know, kind of rings a bell here. Yeah. It's like, I feel like Jazz lost a lot of weight recently, but I would bet money that Jazz is on like Ozempic or something.
I hope not.
Yeah, I don't really know much about Ozempic, but I know like there's a lot of like downsides and like.
I know enough to know that I'm not doing it.
Fair. I mean, I probably wouldn't. There's better shit to spend my money on.
You know, if me and you had like a whole 5-minute talk on what Ozempic will do to you, you would not.
Fair.
It's like, I know a little bit about exogenous testosterone because I was debating on using steroids.
Right.
That's literally what testosterone is. Synthetic testosterone is literally steroids.
Yeah. Like it's really funny too, that they did a poor job, I feel like, tracking my prescription because I tapered off by myself. And mind you, I think it's like a Schedule 3 controlled substance, even though it's prescription, but it's still controlled substance. And I tapered off. I had like a vial or two left. It didn't pick up my refills, and nobody questioned that. I threw them away. I disposed of them. But yeah, nobody asked any questions, like no follow-up, like, hey, how did you dispose of this? Did you do it properly?
You just tossed it away?
I didn't know better. I was like 17. I fucked up. I probably should have went to like, I don't know, CVS where they have like medication disposals. I know now.
They probably would have just gave it to one of the guys behind
I went in the dumpster in like multiple bags of like gross shit buried in, so I don't think it ever got found.
Yeah.
Okay.
But right now, that testosterone went into the ocean where there's a couple of jacked fish. like that episode of SpongeBob where they go to the beach and you got all the, like Larry the Lobster and all his jacked friends. That's how they get it.
It's just, yeah, oh my fucking god.
There's people tossing steroids out because, like, I'm sure, like, one vial could get one Larry the Lobster.
But
I'm just kidding around with that, but, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, like, you know, because when I detransitioned, you know, I just quit seeking care from the gender clinic. I quit contacting them for appointments. I just quit going. There is no follow-up. There is no, hey, what's going on? What's going on in your gender journey?
Okay? We need more of your money.
Yeah, no. But shortly before I turned 18, they did give me a call and they were like, hey, do you want us to refer you to the adult clinic? Because I was going to the pediatric clinic that only did underage patients. And I was like, no, thank you. I don't need to be referred. And they didn't ask why. They're just like, are you sure? I was like, yeah.
Or are they pushing it, like, a little bit? Like, but we got the best care or anything like that?
I can't really remember, honestly, that well. It's pretty foggy. It's been a long time. But I kind of kept the call brief because I was just like, I don't want to talk to these people at all. So,
you were just politely no.
Yeah.
You didn't tell them to eat shit and die.
No, because I didn't even know I was detransitioning at the time. I just was like, I don't want to take this anymore. I'm done. Like, it just, between I wasn't enjoying how I was feeling, I wasn't enjoying the effects, and I just also was tired of doing injections because after a while I started doing my own injections, which not a fun injection site. Usually they instruct you to do it like in the thigh, I believe, is one of the more common ways. But I was injecting it into my stomach, like either side of my belly button.
Oh, like you're a diabetes patient.
Yes, exactly. Like I was taking insulin. Like it tripped me out one time watching a kid with diabetes do his insulin. I was like, wait, I do the same thing but with my testosterone. What the fuck? Because I didn't know.
I was like, you're supposed to do it in the butt. That's how all the gym bros do it.
Well, okay. For when I first started taking testosterone, and I would go to the allergy clinic at my local Kaiser because it was like allergy / injections, just in general. And when I would go there, yeah, that's how the nurse would do it. But obviously, it's kind of difficult to do that by yourself. So like, they're just like, yeah, just do it either side of your belly button. I was like, okay, this fucking sucks, but I guess I'll do it because this is apparently my medicine. I need to feel better, which, yeah, we all know how that went.
Like butt, thighs, and shoulders are the most common places amongst the bodybuilder crowd.
Huh.
Yeah, like, if you come to my gym, I mean, there's a small possibility you might walk in on a guy giving himself injections.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do that shit at home. I feel like that'd be more sanitary.
It's a bunch of guys, they're broing out, they're having conversations. Like, sometimes they'll have another guy help them out with it. So it's sort of like a bonding moment.
Why does that kind of almost...
Do me now.
That kind of almost reminds me of like girls sharing makeup or something, or doing each other's makeup. I don't know why. It's weird. Even though it's more akin to a drug habit and, drug addicts sharing, but you know what I mean.
And then you got, like, the videos we've seen on TikTok where you got a bunch of...
Where they're sharing the testosterone gel, like they're sharing one bottle of it. Who knows which one had the fucking actual prescription, and they're all just like standing in front of a mirror, taking a TikTok and like rubbing it on their shoulders or their legs or whatever. And it's like, they're very feminine looking, like in appearance and dress. Like it's not like they're making a serious effort to appear male. Like they're probably like those non-binaries or whatever the fuck.
It's just like, what? It goes back to the whole conversation about it being a phase thing.
Yeah.
I remember Jordan Peterson talking about this. I think it was even with Chloe, where it's like he said something along the lines of like, if you just look at the literature, if you leave them alone until they're like 18, usually they grow out of it.
Yeah.
You think that would have been the same for you?
Honestly, yeah. But, I kind of feel like I was fast-tracked because within a year I was medicalized. I would say, like a year and a half. Within 2 years, I would say I was fully medicalized since I came out. Like, the only thing else I could have done was either, get a phalloplasty after 18. Okay.
No, just like phalloplasties. I've seen those.
Yeah. Yeah, thank God I didn't fucking do that.
Oh my God. I feel like just looking at those, like, who wants a necro burrito?
It's just also, too, the rate of complication and failure. A lot of them have to live with, like, catheters because I
can't think of a single case where they didn't have to.
There's very few. I feel like it's more common than not that, shit goes left and, it literally falls off or, they need like 20 revision surgeries type of thing. I'm sorry.
It's like, I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. Not even Hillary Clinton. It's like, my God, like, no. I'm a pious enough man to not wish that upon Hillary. I have nothing nice to say about Hillary Clinton.
Fair enough.
Other than she does look good in those suits. She has impeccable fashion taste. Other than that, I have nothing nice to say about her.
That's great.
I don't even think she picks her clothes out herself, but she wears them with pride.
Yeah.
But after that,
the power suits or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if Ocasio started dressing like Hillary or, they talk to the same fashion designer, people might actually take Ocasio, the AOC, just a little bit more seriously.
Yeah. I could see that, honestly.
I think Fetterman would look awesome in a suit. But no, he's always wearing the fucking hoodies. I mean, he looked like a mob goon. Because he's like 9.5 foot tall, broad shouldered.
You know, I can't think of who that is off the top of my head, honestly.
Okay.
I'm not going to pretend like I know.
John Fetterman. United States Senator, known for going to Congress in freaking hoodies. Oh, wait. There's actually one of him in a suit. Two of them in a suit.
Oh, wow.
He does look like a fucking mobster.
Oh my god, he does. No, what the fuck?
He looks like he's about to go break someone's shins for not paying the protection fee. And then you see him in the hoodie. He just looks like a dad who's just way too chillaxed.
Yeah. Like, he'd be wearing some, like, what the fuck kind of dad shoes. I can't think of the brand right now.
Skechers.
Yes, thank you.
Like freaking Skechers or New Balance.
Yeah. No, literally. I would be surprised if he didn't wear those with the fit.
I've only owned 2 pairs of New Balance.
I've never owned one.
I'm thinking about buying a third because of Initial D. Not even gonna lie.
I usually just wear, like, Vans. Or, like, I don't know, there's a couple other brands, but I mostly wear, like, Vans.
You wore the comfy shoes to the interview.
I did.
Yes.
Well, I didn't want to pack extra shoes. I'm only from, like, you know, waist up, and motherfuckers can't see my shoes anyway.
And I'm still breaking in these motherfuckers. It's like, got paint on it so it looks like I got bird shit on it. Like, I don't even know how that happened. I just got 1 drop of paint, white paint, on my brand new boots, still breaking them in.
That sucks.
It looks like I got bird shit on them. I know we're going for the whole lived-in look, but still, oh my god.
You just gotta spill more paint on him.
Like I just, the birds just left the shit on my feet. I mean, at that point, you wonder if if it's just on my feet, you think it's kind of like an offering or a sign of respect from the bird population or something like that.
No!
Yes, this is the mighty one who will give us food. Let us shit on his feet to show our appreciation.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But, moving forward, how do you plan on going about this? Like you said something along the lines of, like, what was it you said about Scott Wiener? Being a thorn in his side?
Oh yeah, no, I enjoy being a pain in his ass. At this point, I don't mind testifying against him. I've done it a few times already. I'll keep doing it every time he writes bad bills. I don't mind testifying in front of California State Assembly. No stranger to that at this point. I do plan on, like, doing more, like, speaking events and just trying to bring overall awareness to the whole subject of detransition. You know, having, like, level-headed conversations with people that might be on the fence about this in general and maybe don't understand the ramifications and just, you know, have good intentions in thinking that kids should transition but don't realize what that entails and the track that you're putting these kids on for fucking life.
Because you're always going to be a patient for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's permanent. Anyone who says it's not is full of shit.
Exactly.
That's literally why I never went on steroids. I was this close. Because, I mean, like, when you're younger, you don't give a shit. You just want to go out and do the thing.
Right. Yeah,
and I did a fuck ton of research on it. Like, I had all the contacts. And honestly, if the guy didn't disappear, I'd still be lifting with him, too. Like, every gym's got a pink puppy fuck that'll sell you shit.
It's wild.
But it's a permanent decision. You can't go back.
Like, once you disrupt your endocrine system, it's, you know, permanently gonna function a little bit differently.
Yeah, because it's like your brain recognizes that you have a certain amount of testosterone or estrogen and tries to reach homeostasis and you just, even things out. And the whole purpose of the Lupron was to or estradiol was just keep it from producing too much of one other thing. And it's just fucky.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, this is one of the reasons why bodybuilders get gynecomastia.
Really?
Yeah, like when you take steroids, synthetic testosterone, your body also ups the estrogen. This is also
Balance it out, yeah.
to balance it out, reach homeostasis again. So a lot of bodybuilders will take estradiol to like remove the estrogen production.
Oh, wow.
And if they don't do it well, they get titties.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, you see, this is why I didn't go on steroids. I don't have the money to get gyno surgery. That was literally actually like the final thing. I was like, yeah, just because I can afford this Violatren, I don't know how much getting titty surgery would cost, but I'm not going to do it.
Expensive, and it's probably not much different than when they do the double mastectomies for trans patients.
I mean, like, literally.
And it's rough.
Yeah.
The recovery is not easy, you know. You can't lift your arms, really. Like, you're kind of stuck with T-Rex arms. You can't, like, lift them up for, like, at least, like, a month or something like that.
The recovery process alone would be just enough for me to not want to.
You don't fully recover for at least, like, 2.5 months.
Just sounds so...
Like, I had to have my mom, like, wash my hair for me because I couldn't even, like, do that.
Sounds horrifying.
Yeah. Like, I was just kind of confined to bed rest for the most part. I mean, I'd get up and walk around so that, like, I wouldn't get a blood clot or something. But, you know, it's kind of fucked up. I actually do remember a fair amount of the day that I went in for surgery. And, oh gosh. So that day, the surgery was scheduled for really early morning. We had to go like 3 hours away, from my hometown. Maybe a little over that. Because I had my surgery in, San Francisco. So, you know, we wake up at like 2 a.m. or some shit to go drive down there. And, you know, they get me checked in the waiting room, you know, sign some forms that, of course, nobody fucking reads for the most part. Especially like a 12-year-old. You really expect that? Like,
I mean, like, how many
or 13 barely.
Like, whenever you have to sign an agreement online, like, just to play a video game, how many people actually read that?
Buddy, they just scroll down.
They just scroll down. It's like the only people who actually read it are YouTubers who want to look for something that could be controversial.
So, you know, they get me into like I guess the pre-op room? I don't know. And they get an IV started on me, and I don't know what all was in it, but I'm pretty sure they gave me Valium. Straight through my vein. Never had Valium before. And I felt fucked up. So like, there was no way I could have said no at that point, or backed out once that was through my IV and started hitting me. Because, you know, I'm fucking like 12, I'm under the influence of a shitload of Valium because they're trying to sedate me so I don't freak out before surgery. Because it was my first ever surgery. And, you know, I remember being like, high as a fucking kite. I'm sure they gave me other stuff too, like antibiotics, but I don't really know the details. But it was foggy, but I remember them rolling me down the gurney and I'm making like terrible dad jokes. I shit you not. I wish I was kidding. I literally was actually making the nurses laugh, which at the time was funny. In hindsight, it's kind of mortifying. If you think about it. In the whole context of everything.
Can you remember any of the dad jokes?
Not really. I do remember singing Limp Bizkit at one point, and I was just like, keep it rolling, rolling, rolling. I shit you the fuck not.
I can solely see you doing that.
I was a kid, and I was under the influence. I don't know. Especially, like, you know, when you have, like, medications like that straight through an IV, it hits hard and it hits quick. Especially, you know, never taken that medication before. And I remember them getting me into the surgery room. And mind you, I'd already dressed down to a gown, like, beforehand. And what's fucked up is I remember I wasn't told to, like, remove my underwear. I didn't think about it. And I went into the room and I had underwear on and just like a surgery gown. And I remember them putting the mask on and administering the anesthesia. Everybody's all scrubbed up. And, I knock out like a light. I wake up, I'm really foggy. I come out of anesthesia fairly well, but I keep repeating myself and asking the same question over and over again and forgetting. So I was just like, oh my God, is it done yet? And I kept having everybody reassure me yeah, it's done. You're done. And I keep asking that 20 times or something because I forgot. I'm struggling to drink a little bit of water once I wake up again. I remember my parents went to the little hospital gift shop while they were waiting and they got me a Rice Krispie treat and I was so eternally grateful. I almost started crying, happy tears. So I was drugged up really hard, painkillers.
Craving Rice Krispies. Oh, go on.
Cause it's a heavy, major surgery. So of course I'm gonna be, very, very drugged up. And, I remember them kind of shifting me into a, good, I don't need a refill. Thank you though.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was just going to top you off.
Thank you. I'm good. So I remember them putting me in a wheelchair and, shuffling me out to the outpatient area. After a couple hours, I don't think I was in the hospital for very long. Just enough to monitor me, make sure I wasn't having any critical issues. And mind you, the roads around there are really bumpy, at least at the time. I don't know, maybe they fixed them now. This is 2017 I'm talking about, September.
What area again?
San Francisco.
Okay.
So going from the Bay Area to the Central Valley area, approximately. And yeah, so that was a little rough. Thankfully, the painkillers kind of lasted decent, but I'm fucking being knocked around and shit on these bumpy ass roads, freshly post-op. Thankfully, I didn't have drains. I got kind of lucky on that. And also my stitches were dissolvable, so I didn't have to go back in and have those removed.
So you didn't have to drain like a lot of people do?
No, I didn't. Weirdly enough.
So what's the whole purpose of the drain? What fluids are actually being drained there?
I don't know, especially because I never had them. I think it's just honestly, I really don't know. I can't tell you.
Well, we know at least 30 people we could have.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, mind you, the surgery took a couple hours and then it's a couple hour drive home. I think we got there back to the house early, late evening, sometime in the evening. I don't really remember. And it was cold at first, in the car, so I had somebody put a flannel on me because, of course, that's kind of the recommended thing is because you can't lift your arms up to take off a t-shirt, is just wear a flannel or a button-up. So I had one of those on over my hospital gown. And my dad borrowed a car because it was just more comfortable, borrowed a car to do that whole trip and was returning it. My mom was insanely stressed out and fell asleep. And I didn't want to wake her because I felt really bad. I don't know. I just, I knew I could have, but I didn't really want to bother her. I just wanted her to rest. And I'm in my living room, freaking out, texting my dad. I'm like, can you please come back home? I'm overheating and I can't get this fucking flannel off. Thankfully, he saw my text and returned home pretty quick and helped me out. Later on, after, enough time passed where I could, eat and get some more fluids in, got some sleep, I finally had to get up and use the bathroom. And it took a minute to register, but I was like, where the fuck is my underwear? It got removed in the OR, which I guess is standard, but I didn't know that, so I was kind of freaked out at the time, especially considering past trauma I had. So warning would have been nice. And it turns out I apparently had a catheter, which I guess is standard for, a surgery over a couple hours, but I didn't know that was going to happen. I wasn't warned about that. And I was really confused. And I didn't find that out exactly why, and that the reason why my underwear was gone was because I had a catheter until I was an adult, and I thought back on it and I asked my paralegal, like, hey, can you go through my medical records and help me figure this out because I'm super confused. And also, I didn't really think too hard about it because they gave me pain meds post-op, which were necessary because, I was in a lot of pain. But, I was taking like Percocet for at least like 2 weeks or something. Maybe a little longer. So, yeah, I do remember the actual surgery day fairly okay, but the weeks after are foggy for that reason. I can't really remember bits and pieces.
Wow.
Yeah, I've had a weird life.
It's a lot to take in.
Sorry about that.
Wow.
This is a lot of shit that I've never really told on a lot of interviews. Like, I'm going into a lot of depth here.
Yeah. Like, I know a lot prior, but like this part that I don't think anyone's heard. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, just like, it's in the processing stack, but like I'm hitting a mental bottleneck just processing it all. I can't even imagine a large amount of this because, like, one, I'm not a woman. Two, I mean, you were 13.
Barely.
And the waking up without your underwear and going through the trauma that you've had is like, I would have lost my shit.
I mean, I was on painkillers, so it kind of like chilled me out, I guess, and numbed me out emotionally and physically, I guess. So
If we weren't going to lunch, I'd be adding bourbon to this.
Sorry about that.
No. It's like, you've had a rough life. Things I can't even imagine. And yeah, I've gone through some stuff myself, but I mean, you? Woo. Yeah, I have no right to complain about anything I've gone through. You're just 21. But you know what? You got the rest of your life ahead of you.
Yeah.
And honestly, it feels like you're making the best out of everything that's happened to you. Like me, if I was in your position, I'd be so fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm handling everything as well as I am. I guess it's, a lot in part due to getting the mental health care I finally needed. But, like I've grown a lot too, and I just kind of had to get a thick skin, especially with like being online in public about this. And having people nitpick every part of it. And, say like all like the worst things, like, these people are just so full of shit. The insults they come up with me are almost creative. I almost have to give them props because I was flabbergasted. The first time I did my Fox interview, which is the first interview I did, there was like multiple comments calling me zipper tits. I was like, whoa, I never heard that one before. I almost can't be pointing out just because, like, that's creativity.
I was like, zipper tits, like that. I heard that as an insult for women with mastectomies who are still promoting trans.
Yeah, and I was already detransitioned and obviously expressing my regret.
So
way to rub it in, I guess.
So it's like, what's the chance you think it is just them trying to like call you like the trans, the TRAs?
I don't know who was calling me that. I honestly, it beats me what motive. It really beats me, like the motive or what group of people or type of people. I don't know. People are just shitty sometimes.
That's just fucking mean. No. Like, I can be mean at times, but I try to be creative and wordsmith some things. But, like, quick, on the point shit like that is just like, wow. There's no fun in that spirit at all.
Yeah, like I audibly gasped the first time I heard it, read it on the Twitter comments. I was like, oh, that's what I've never ever heard.
And just like, that's a new one.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly. Like, for a second, I was like, ouch, but I was like, you know what? Creativity.
So you can't completely hate that one.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I mean, obviously I don't like it, but...
like, I've had conversations with you while you're sitting there looking through some mean comments. And the only time I see you get, like, an actual, like, how do I put it? Like, you tend to get, like, actually angry is when someone just straight up calls you a liar.
Right, because I've gone out of my way. I've done more than I've had to prove that I'm not posting my medical records. I've done everything short of post pictures of my chest, because I'm not going to do that. That's just... it just doesn't feel right. Like, if the medical records and just visually seeing, like, okay, I'm not, like, busty. If that doesn't do it, then fuck you. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what...
I mean, that's a level of denial that...
Yeah, because I'm not going to expose myself. And also, too, another point on that is that, and I've had to block, like, a good handful of accounts that have tried to follow me, that fetishize detransition. And it's creepy. It creeps me out so hard. Why is the vent doing that?
I don't know. So it's like the bell tolls. It's like you're talking about these weirdos that fetishize that. I hope they get triggered watching this.
Yeah, because, like, how are you gonna... you know what, though? It's not the only, like, medical issue that's been co-opted and, like, fetishized. There's unfortunately, a fetish for literally everything, but that one took me by surprise, because what the hell? Like, that's creepy.
It's like when normal porn doesn't do it anymore.
Something like that. I don't know. Like, I don't know what goes through these people's heads, but I just immediately... Because, like, sometimes you can tell by, like, their names, or, like, if you just look at some of their most recent posts, if I notice it, immediately they get blocked.
It's like, oh, you're insane.
Yeah. And I don't block a lot of people.
Like, I don't either. Like, I can count the amount of people I actually blocked on one hand. That's from both my accounts.
Oh, wild. Yeah, no, I would say...
That's not counting, like, the multiple accounts that my ex has.
Damn. Yeah, no, I think I've maybe... It fits on two hands for me. Maybe a little over two hands, but... Just because I've had a lot of weirdos try to follow me, and there's just some people that I refuse to interact with. Usually I will, like, at least give somebody a chance, and, you know, if they're just stupid, I'll mute them. But there's just a few people that just give me the ick, that I'm just like, okay, I will not be naming names on here.
I think I know exactly who we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know who you are. Stop stalking my account.
Well, there's for me, it's other people, like, that I don't want to interact with. Again, we'll not be naming names publicly.
That's alright. And it's like, you see those crazies that just, they stalk you for one reason or another. They either want to give you death threats, they don't want to talk, they just want to say weird shit.
Right.
They just want to continue. They want to talk, but they don't want to listen.
Yeah.
And they just want to blab on about their things and how you're a horrible person. Yet when you try to talk to them, you just get ignored.
Yeah. And it's like, if you can't have an open dialogue, then, like, what's the point?
Precisely. It's because they'll find out they're wrong and they don't like that. And then they get mad. And then you get shot from a grassy knoll. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah, I think the bourbon shot would have been fine for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it absolutely amazing that me and you personally know several people who had him on speed dial.
Yeah, that's insane. Like, I can't imagine how they must be impacted, because I never got to meet him. I kind of wanted to. I was wanting to. But I just didn't, it just didn't happen. And didn't really have the opportunity. And then this happens.
Yeah,
And
that is not going to help that crowd of people.
it's not. And I feel like, honestly, like, it was really, cause I was just scrolling on Twitter, minding my business, and I see the video. And I wasn't expecting it. There was not, like, a content warning or anything like that. And I was just like, holy shit. Like, I just saw the video before I could read the caption on the post. And I think that's one of those things that's gonna stick with me for life. I can't imagine how it was to personally be there and how fucking scary that must have been. Because, yeah, there's just some things you can't unsee. I feel like that never should have got uploaded.
I have to disagree with you on that last bit. It was going to get uploaded no matter what.
That's true. But
This is what we're dealing with in terms of insanity of people in this day and age. You never hear about... Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm just going to stop there before I go on a giant tangent about how much I hate communists. My hatred for communists knows no bounds.
fair enough.
For more awesome content, support the project by buying our t-shirts. Just remember, we're gonna make it.
Topic switch.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
So, I'm sure somebody's probably wondering by now, what happened here? I mean, I know.
So, I got a plane crash on the way here. I'm joking. No, it was a very turbulent flight though, and I fell asleep with noise canceling headphones, like, head down, lying on my tray table. And I wasn't hearing the announcements because I had noise canceling on, because there were crying babies and shit. And turbulence hit kinda hard, and I thunked my face on the side of the tray table.
Like, you bruised easy already, but it was like...
Yeah.
Like, that's why we have this angle here, so it doesn't show off the bruise. You want to show off the bruise?
I don't know if I should. I'm just hoping that no one picks up on it, and that if it's not super visible, that it can be edited out.
It's not
This
super
part.
visible.
I'm worried. That was some hard turbulence.
It's fine.
Like the most turbulent flight I've ever been on. Like, what the fuck? And I've flown to DC. I don't know. God damn it, United. That's it was kind of my fault for falling asleep like that and not paying attention to any of the announcements. But I'm gonna blame United and I'm gonna blame the plane just if I can.
Of course. So, here's a question, and I don't think I've ever actually asked anyone in regards. Like, as long as I've been in this particular sphere of people, I don't think I've ever asked this question. I've heard accusations thrown around, but how many of the people promoting transition do you think are pedophiles? Because I honestly don't think too many of them are.
I'm not gonna say I can't really give a percentage, but in the trans community, and that's kind of part of why I was really put off by attending all the LGBT centers as a kid. Because, like, I didn't really understand, but I could understand there's a weird vibe about some of these people, particularly older men that leave their wives to transition to women. You know, a lot of these men have been in, like, military service or, like, work jobs of that nature. Perfectly
Hard,
fine.
big bro, shit kicker fucking jobs.
Yeah. Like, you know, some of that is never going to pass, respectfully. You know, deep voice, receding hairline.
I took a fuck ton of military issued testosterone already.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's like, no, that's a common thing among special forces. Like the Navy and a lot of special forces groups actually have a big problem with this stuff, with steroid abuse.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. But it was particularly these kind of men that, even while I was trans, I would still call them like a she and their chosen name and whatnot. But, logically in your brain, that's a man.
It's like when
you're saying it to blend in with the community and be polite. And that's what you're kind of told to do. It's almost like a form of indoctrination. It's like you're lying to yourself. I'm kind of doing a bad job. But some of these men really just showed a lot of interest in talking to me, particularly alone. And I did not like that. I wouldn't say, because I never was like assaulted, but some of them did say some kind of weird shit that, at the time I thought was them just trying to be supportive. But in hindsight, it gives creep vibes. Like, if I had a child and a man was talking to my child like that, I would probably flip my shit.
like find out where they live,
Something like that.
find out what their hours of coming home and going out at night are.
It's almost like groomer vibes. Like, but
Figure out what hours they like to go to sleep. Take him to dinner with Mr. Chippy.
something like that.
Buy our shirt.
Yeah.
Dinner with Mr. Chippy. I need to make a song.
Oh my god, yes.
You know what, like, if I can write a song about that, I think that would just be...
It's gotta be like some like old school, like jazzy kind of song.
Oh, like my Made for the Streets song, but like Mr. Chippy.
Honestly, I don't know if I've heard it. I might have, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Like, I know there's one particular person in the group that absolutely hates the shit out of me because I wrote a song about my ex. I'm like, made for the streets. Like, I had AI sing it, but I wrote all the lyrics.
Right. That's great.
He's made for the streets.
Yeah, so to circle back a little bit, I'm not going to say everybody in the trans community, especially those that support child transition, are pedophiles, but there definitely are within that group. I can't give a percentage, but they exist.
And to be fair,
I'm not saying all, by the way. Disclaimer.
I just think this is a thing that a lot of pedophiles will do. I think they'll latch onto it because, well, this is the part that I'm actually going to push on to the trans community. It's like, you let these fuckers in. It's easier to be a pedophile and jump into the trans community.
Because they have a shield. It's like, oh, well, if you discriminate against me, it's because I'm trans. It's not because of other things. For the most part, it's something that I've seen occur sometimes.
And I think you can make a lot more waves if you just start pointing at the pedos.
Yeah. Honestly.
Look, I'm just saying if you got rid of the playground dwellers, you'd have a lot more talking space. I mean, I'm more than willing to, have Dylan Mulvaney come out and, help me just throw a couple of these motherfuckers into a wood chipper. Like, dinner with Dylan Mulvaney and Mr. Chippy.
It's like, Dylan's obnoxious. Fucking obnoxious, right? But it seems mostly harmless, although I'm sure he does probably espouse the idea that, oh, anybody can transition. Trans rights for everybody. But I don't know.
I would genuinely be surprised if Dylan Mulvaney actually did that.
I don't know. I don't quote me on that, but I don't know a whole lot about Dylan. I haven't kept up with him in a while.
I've kept up with just enough to know that he's full of shit.
Oh, yeah.
And that if Dylan Mulvaney was to actually diddle kids, I would actually genuinely be surprised and disappointed in him. I don't see him doing that.
No, I don't either. But there's just some things you never know, like, even like the most like friendly seeming teacher, pastor, whatever the hell, like that seems so innocent and wholesome, and then you sometimes come to find out that's not how it seems.
And they deserve dinner with Mr. Chippy too.
Yeah.
Buy our shirts. All right. So how do you plan on moving forward with life now?
I just plan on doing my activism and speaking out, testifying, and just trying to, make every day not absolutely terrible. Just try to be as healthy and happy as I can.
Which is always good. Which is why you should totally go to the gym with me.
I'd be down.
Yay. And then we can discuss how we're going to be a pain in Scott Wiener's ass. We got to make the Slender Man t-shirt.
That one, honestly, would be badass, especially if I get people, I don't know if they'll get kicked out, but to wear it to the Capitol when I go to testify,
It's just like take off the dress shirt, you have the Slender Man shirt, you just look at him, you just arms out, face presented, do something.
I think I would get escorted out and probably banned. I gotta keep a certain level of decorum.
Okay, just, have a bunch of people outside, just wearing it, just staring at Mr. Slendy himself.
Yeah. What's funny too is I ran into him in San Francisco because I was counter protesting with some people, some local TERFs, against everybody protesting when Kaiser announced that they're pausing gender-affirming surgeries on minors. And they didn't even announce that they're pausing the hormones or the fucking Lupron, just the surgeries, but everybody was flipping their shit out front of Kaiser. Big crowd getting rowdy, and he made an appearance, and I saw him. I was just like, oh, hello!
How you doing, guy?
Yeah. I didn't say anything vulgar or nothing. I was
Look into my eyes when I'm staring at you.
But I was just like, oh, I'm gonna say hi to him because I know he hates me. I didn't say it super sarcastically. It might have came out that way on accident. I struggle with tone. Autism. So it might have accidentally came out sounding a little bit more like that, but I was trying to be just enthusiastic, oh, of course you're here.
Of course you're here. How do you sleep at night, you little prick? Okay, you're not really little, but
No, yeah, dude, he's so fucking tall. It's insane.
Oh god, he's actually built like Slender Man.
Yes!
He's a beanpole.
He's gotta be over 6 foot. I swear to you. It's wild as fuck. I feel like I need some fucking huge shoes to just make eye contact with him.
If I had to actually sit there and have a debate with him face to face, you would see me pull out a chair or something like that and just
stand on it.
just to get eye level.
That would be great.
Yeah.
No, I should not be the one being looked down on. He should be looking down on me. Let me stand on this.
Oh no, I'd go at eye level. I wouldn't look down on him. I mean, I look down on him, metaphorically speaking.
But, yeah.
But if I'm gonna look somebody in the eye, I'm gonna look them right in the eye. Because you can tell a lot about someone's soul. And back to the conversation about people calling you a liar. I've detected no lies. I've detected not a single lie since you showed up here. What was it again? Friday? No, Tuesday.
Tuesday. Oh, it's okay. I forget the days all the time.
Yeah. I mean, these past few days, just me and you hanging out, been a blur. It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been fun, aside from the rain. Me dropping my motorcycle. I've never, wrecked or anything. I think I handle the roads quite well. It's getting the fucking bike turned around when I'm...
You're on gravel, so...
It's oh, my bike fell on me.
It scared me.
Just, lift up the bike. I was like, wow. For such a small engine, this thing is a fucking brick. It's I can't get over that. I love everything about this bike, but I have no idea why the fuck it is as heavy as it is, even though it's less than 250 cc's. It's almost hold on. It's 450 pounds of...
Jesus Christ.
Grok.
It doesn't look that heavy.
How heavy is a Leaf and KP 200? It's a fun bike in every way, shape, and form. People love the shit out of these bikes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're underpowered, but other than that, nobody has anything bad to say about them.
Right.
Other than they're Chinese. But out of the few Chinese companies that I do like, Li-Fan's one of them.
Fair enough. It is a cute bike.
300 is not the one I'm looking at. Okay, 319 pounds. You know, it's probably got an extra 40 or 50 pounds on it because that front fairing. But, my God, thing is fat as fuck. Like, I've been on other bikes. Never took them out of first gear, just rode them around the block. Bigger bikes, I don't feel as heavy as that thing. All right. So, you have anything you want to say for the audience?
Buy our shirts.
You don't have to honk.
No, I'm joking. I don't know what to say. Honestly, I feel like my face is red from laughing my ass off at that.
It's like most of your interviews are like, what? So serious?
Yeah.
Like you literally looked like a corpse in your Fox interview. Like, what the fuck were they thinking?
They did my makeup.
They did your makeup, and then like, what did the last person work at a fucking fucking morgue or some shit?
Who knows? I really don't. But you know, and I was also just super nervous because it was my first interview, and of fucking course I had to jump straight into being on like mainstream media. So that was like probably also why I look so pale. So I was just like mortified to be doing that. And
They did your hair nice though.
I wasn't crazy about it, but and also too because I was sitting directly next to Harmeet Dillon.
Who?
Harmeet Dillon. She's actually I think she's the California Attorney General or Assistant Attorney General right now. She recently got that position. She was really big at my law firm, like owned it. And like did some work on my case.
Oh, so she's one of the nice people.
Oh, she's great. I'll have to, yeah. But yeah, most of the interviews I do are like super serious. So this has just been like chill, just, I don't know. Kind of.
Just like, be yourself. Tell me what you actually think. We'll try not to stray off topic.
Yeah.
Forget where the hell we were. We had just like a short list of things that we wanted to cover and just like,
We end up rambling.
And just like, okay, this is the subject matter. Just talk.
And it's been fun.
Oh, yes. And that's what I think it's more human than a lot of the interviews you see. Normally it's just robotic. I do this because this and this and this and this.
And it's just like, I usually have to like pay attention to being like really concise with my answers. And, you know, I could just kind of, I mean, yeah, I'm talking about some serious stuff, but I can also kind of like goof around a little bit. And
I can pour a bottle of bourbon.
And now that you've seen the interview, you might notice that it was cut off a little bit at the end. We wound up rambling about things that had nothing to do with the interview, and yeah. So we wound up cutting it off. There is going to be a part 3 that is going to be a follow-up to everything, where we're going to talk about some of the things that happened while she was over, and just me and her having a fun time. And along with that, like I said in the last video I said that we will be selling things for her. And all that money is going to go directly to her, because activism like this, and especially since her case is important, is not cheap. She gets some things paid for by the groups that want to talk to her, but in large part, there's no money to be made in activism, and I think she's an important voice, which is why all the money in her collection is going directly to her. As for us, we're also going to be selling wallets real soon. These are all handmade here in the United States. The only thing we're missing right now is a maker's mark. This particular model, I don't have a name for it, but that's actually my favorite wallet. This wallet right here, this is another one that we're going to be selling. This is the Daybreaker. And we're going to be working on the second iteration of this design real soon. One stitch minimalist. And guess what? This is actually my daily carry. Been using this one for over like 2 years. Herman oak leather. Perfect. And of course, shell cordovan. Horse ass. This, I don't have a name for this one. But this is also where I keep my backup cards. Which is the spare money whenever, you know, you really need money. Everyone needs to have a secret stash. And starting now, 25% of that till the end of the month is actually going to her. So you have all of October to pay for that. She wants to move across country to get out of California, and given Gavin Newsom becoming increasingly unhinged, yeah, I think we need to get her out of there. She wants to go across country to go live with her boyfriend. It's going to be great. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful evening. More to come. Our next video is either going to be on a Magic the Gathering champion, who's an interesting figure all unto himself, or a gay pop star. Yeah, that'll be interesting. You'll love them. Have a good one. Oh, also there's a business owner in the mix. So have a good one, guys.